yourself so we can start.
Good morning, guys. My name is Daphne. I'm 29 years old. I'm in work at warehouse in logistic area, and I don't like what I'm doing now. And I'm here because I want to unlock my English and to achieve other jobs with my influence in English.
Very good, Daphne. Lurian, go ahead. Your turn.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lurian. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm 34 years old. I'm about to turn 35 at the end of this month. I work as a business analyst. I don't have any kids. I have 2 dogs. I didn't have the opportunity to work with English, right? Like, I really need English. Like in my work now, I have a meeting every week, but there are other people in my work that they don't speak in English, So I never work in the environment that is really English, and I would like to do that. Maybe I can find an opportunity in the future. But for now, I really like this company. I work from home, so it's nice. Thank you.
Very good. And what about you, Diogo?
Morning, everyone. I'm Diogo Naga, 42 years old. I'm a commercial manager at insurance market, over 25 years experience in sales and strategic relationships. I'm here in TALKNTALK 1 year today, and I'm here because I need to improve my English skills, mainly talk better and communicate better, and that's it. I have 2 boys, Lucas, who is 15 years old, and Rafael, 4 years old. Thank you.
Very good. And I'm Philip. I'm here to be more in touch with the community and also to develop a morning routine. It's been quite difficult to wake up this week. Yesterday and today it was really hard, but here I am. And we're gonna talk about the next computer, talking about glasses, but also other devices. And this week, especially, I decided to talk about technology in general. So I'm gonna change questions here just to start with. Do you remember your life before computer, before devices, before cell phone? Lurian, do you remember that? How did you live before all of this technology?
I remember my first cell phone. I have it when I was 15 years old. It was a gift for my birthday, and but it was a cell phone that we just could call and send messages. It was not how can I say, like a smartphone. And the a computer. I was 18 years old. Before that, all the time I need to go in a LAN house, the places that we can rent the place. And after we had the conditions to buy one, it was easy, of course. But I remember my life, but also was my childhood. I was I think both of us here, we are in the same age. So looks like before my in my childhood, I used to play with dolls, with in the streets, with my friends. And when I was in adult life, all this technology, it was there. So it's interesting for me that I have this division, this how can separate that, because looks like all my childhood I could live without, and it is good memories, but I don't have all the memories. And in my adult life, the technology was like so strong. We need to use cell phones, computers, laptops, tablets, all this. I don't know, looks like it was simple before. But in my case, like I said, I was a child too. I didn't have all this responsibility. So it's a kind of blur in my memory.
Very good. Yeah, it's I like this nostalgic thought, try to reach out things that we used to live. Diogo, do you remember how was that? How was living without computers and cell phone everywhere?
Yes, well, like true life slowly because when I was childhood, I live in a smart city of São Paulo State, called Vinhedo, and in this time, I always played within the street, within the parks, with my colleagues, and I went to go to the school. And after school, we stayed together for any kinds of plays, any kinds of sports, for example. And in this time, the uh, anything that I see or that I played, it's a video game, Mega Drive with my my friend. This is more technology I use in this time. And when I had 12 years, my father was fired at the job. And in this time, he's both a computer. It's a 3H6 computer, do you know? And the was first it was first moment I have contact with technology. But the computer of my father is very oldest in this time. It's only for little jobs like to review the papers, review the texts for graphs, for editors, for example. And I'm when I had 11, 12, 15 years old, I asked a gift for my uncle. It's a new computer because I already studied for HTML in this time, and I create my first page on the web. And that's it. But I listened to Lurian talk, and it's nostalgic, really nostalgic in my life think about this because I guess in the past a long time ago that probably my profession it's be around the technology like to web designer web in this time web developer because I did course about ASP.NET, do you know, data and data banks, I guess in English, and that's it. Good to remember this.
Yeah, I remember I started using computer in 1999, the year that I went to a new school, and for me it was like fantastic. After school, between 6 and 8, I used to be there for around 2 hours, just to use computers with a friend of mine. It was crazy. No phones, no one, like parents, grandparents, they didn't know where I was. Like they just knew because I told them, but that was it. It's not like today that you need to share your real location, live location whenever you go to a place, So crazy.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah, yes, sir. I remember Millennium Bug. Do you remember Millennium Bug?
Yeah, I remember that. It
In
was
this time,
crazy. People, I wasn't too immersed, but it was crazy. People were like, "Oh, what's gonna happen?"
yeah,
And yeah, the school, they were afraid of it. what would happen, but yeah.
The people's worry about your money in the bank because the bank is crashed the system.
Exactly. And you, Daphne, do you remember that before you started using computer? How was your life and before devices and everything?
Yes, it was the good moment. Because I remember I had more creativity. I like to distract myself with my pets or playing the Mario Karts. It was so fun. And I really like it watching cartoons like a Disney um, channel, Disney Channel,
Cartoon Network?
network, exactly. But now the computer take this place. Yeah, so sad.
Yeah. We are doing everything on the computer, right? It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. I used to, at least when I was a child, I remember going out on the streets, asking my friends to play soccer, to play anything, I remember it was really nice when I lived in the suburbs, so we used to be on the streets all the time. But when we could be on the streets at night, it was the most funniest or the funniest we could have because it was like before Christmas or before a holiday. So all the families, they were on the streets, talking to each other, so we could play on the street at night. So it was it was nice. It was really good. And thinking about technology right now, and I'm gonna start with Daphne. Do you feel comfortable using your phone, computer, other devices? How do you feel yourself using technology nowadays?
I think it's very useful, especially the ChatGPT improved my work in the college, my ideas. But my social media, for example, I may not feel comfortable because there is the world is not real because you need to achieve a lot of money to have the the good shape, to achieve many followers, to have influence, and I feel so normal. I feel that I'm not fit in this world because I am so I'm not enough for the social media, and this affect my mental health. I start to compare myself to others and make me feel sad. But the social media is harmful for me, but others is so useful. I like to using others tools in the technology.
Yeah, it's yeah, unfortunately I cannot avoid, technology, especially apps and social media and everything. But sometimes the past 5, 6 months, I have been out of social media sharing my life, just things at work. Sometimes not, I used to do, but it's crazy. I feel like everyone is living life based on social media, not on real life experiences,
Yeah.
right? And how do you feel about these new devices? Like, would you wear glasses, like smart glasses, every day? Like you will have glasses. Would you have a smart glass like every day to use?
Like in Matrix. movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it would be great, especially with translator, the language right now would be so amazing. I would like to have, but I became addicted in the glasses. I think because I'm not exercising my brain. I using the intelligence from my glasses, not my intelligence.
Yeah. I feel like that sometimes with GPT when I need to think about something and it's too silly and I like going straight to GPT to ask for help.
Yeah, the chat GPT became the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And you, Lorian, how do you feel using technology nowadays? How is your relationship with technology, apps, whatever?
It's I live in a multiverse that I have two sides, you know. In the same way, I want to be updated. I want to know all the new apps, the viral things. But on the other hand, I'm lazy too. No, for socials, I'm really lazy. I'm not a kind of person who posts all my life. I don't need to do that first. If I need, I think I could be really, really, really stressed all the time because looks like you need to post like 24 hours per day. You need to storytelling. All this is, I don't know. I like to post for free, you know, for funny things, to just to relax. I don't like the when this is you think about the pressure to post. Like when I used to have a, a trip, you know, when I was traveling, my friends, Nuria, you're not posting. Why? Because I'm leaving the trip, guys. No, I'm here. I'm here right now. Why why I will post? You know? And nowadays some of them they said, oh, I will be like Gloria. I will not post anything. Oh, I will post after. No, just post after, or maybe don't post, you know. But I like also, I really like to inspire people, to motivate people, to people like to have this connection, you know. So it's a kind of a duality. And I don't have problems to use, but I try to find my way, you know, my way to organize, my way that I feel comfortable, that I feel okay with that. Uh, I don't like to use my cell phone for books or for watch movies. Or I my cell phone is for apps, basically, for bank, for socials. When I need to watch something, I prefer to watch in a computer, in a TV. I'm old school for this. You know, I don't like to use my cell phone for all the technology that is possible. I'm not used to do that. And something interesting about ChatGPT. Yesterday we were talking about if ChatGPT can provide everything to us, can say everything. And I had a problem with a plug, a cable, my cable charge for my laptop. I didn't have the right plug for the connection, and I want to broke. I don't know the name of this. Is fio terra on ground wire, the ground wire. I want to broke this, you know, of the plug, and my boyfriend was not secure to do that, and he said, I will ask ChatGPT. And I said, don't stop to do that. ChatGPT will say to you to do. He have the answers for everything. In fact, no. When we asked, he didn't. He said, I cannot do this with you. You need to search electricity guy. You need to do the things by Imetro. You know,
Yeah.
he was really I can say nice. Each was really nice, not he. Uh, just really nice because no, and I asked 3 times in different ways, and give me a lot of advices, but don't do this. It's a risk for your life. So I don't know. I can see maybe a different here about all this technology. We think we can do everything, but maybe we can have some limits in some way.
Yeah, and I don't know, I have been really pessimistic about technology in general, especially when I see people debating to each other on social media. You cannot post anything anymore. People are going to complain about something. For example, oh, I got a new job. Oh, you got a new job? But what about the other people that don't have jobs? What are you doing about them? So you're not worried, you're showing yourself off just because you got a job and you don't care and you don't think about people that don't are unemployed, don't have jobs. So it's crazy. You cannot say or do anything about yourself. And I understand it. There are a lot of concerns and but I cannot live my life thinking about 8 billion people. It's impossible. If I start to think about each person, I'm going crazy. So one of the things I started to avoid social media too much, especially sharing content, is this. So yeah, I have been too tired of technology that much.
And you are a public figure, like a public person, so you have more comments about that.
Yeah,
Like I'm so small, I don't like this too. You need to justify yourself for everything
yeah,
that you
yeah.
post. It's really stressful, and because of that I'm lazy. People cannot understand we are talking about all word of point of view. You need to amplify everything. And
Yeah, you
since
need
you
to
are,
excuse yourself every time.
yes, and
Hey, I have a
you
job.
are,
Oh, I'm sorry that I have a job.
yes, and since you are bigger, you are suffering more about that, because you
Yeah,
have more comments, more people. Imagine when you have millions and millions and millions of followers. So
that's I started a movement 2 years ago on Talk and Talk to avoid the presence and avoid my face being in front of the community. Um, it was great because I didn't want to have myself, my name in front of it, but at the same time you lose the connection, the link with the community. So like when I started to have the 6 a.m. meetings back, one of the things also is to be in touch with the community somehow. And yeah, it's at least at this moment it's kind of impossible to just get out of the scenes, you know. So unfortunately it's part of the job, you know. So it's not so healthy, but it needs to be done. But talking about the good things and benefits of technology, AI, smart glasses, voice control devices and everything. Diogo, what are the main things or the biggest benefits of using all these smart devices for your life today at work, with your family, organization, personal stuff?
Oh, only a little comment about your thought. I know you last year fighting the LinkedIn. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, I
Because
remember.
it is, I know the talkie talk.
It was good at least.
Yes, exactly. It's funny, but I always loving the technology since I was teenager because I remember my parents, my family talking for me, Joe, you need to study technology. You need to learning about the program because my father it was a program, but he didn't see universe, do you know? And he won this the points about for him. Oh, it was very difficult to get another job after he fired. And yes, I always like it. And I study for this. I pay my course with my our money. You know, I did many courses like to web designer, program. In this time, it's normal to we have many normal schools about the technology, like to uh, Databyte, SOS. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I remember that.
In my first course, it was free here in São Paulo in the Metallurgic Syndicate. You know, one friend get for me and he always dedicate me about this. Today, I use a lot of technology. I have a little problem with smartphone. For example, I use the iPhone, and oh, my parents said, "Oh, but this is more expensive." Yes, but I bought one cell phone 5 years. You know, I had a iPhone 80, and now I bought the iPhone 16. You know,
Yeah.
and why? Because I don't have devs which stay stuck all the time. You know,
Yeah.
like for me, for example, Android. I don't like Android because this all the time the system is stuck. But I use it with my cell phone banks, only banks, social medias. I don't like to post my life. I had Instagram, but I had one picture with my sons only just uh, a long time ago when I created my account in Facebook. I use it because in this time I was free of the work. You know? I was single, and in this time it's nice. But today I only use to my cell phone for banks, for social medias, for journals, and study a lot English. I bought 1 year ago my iPad for practice here in TalkNtalk to study in my bed because I like to write with the paper, but
Yeah.
the iPad is possible to write with the desk. For me, it's good. Read an article or read a website, and when we have question about this word or phrase, it's possible to translate in the same moment to I don't know, sublime of the text, for example, and
You can
to
highlight.
yes, highlight exactly. And this in my home, for example, my son Lucas, Dad, buff the Alexa. Oh, why, Lucas? Buff the
Yeah.
Alexa. Because it's fun. You talking with Alexa. Turn off the
The
light. Oh,
lights.
yes. Turn on the TV. It's not necessary to take a control. Push the button. You know? But for me, this is I really guess important for growth and for innovation for facilitate our life like too easy. For me, Wiz is fantastic.
Yeah.
Imagine who I don't know who, but imagine who create the Waze. It's
Yeah.
very very
Have you used those old maps to drive? Like
yes. When I started driving, I used the paper like
the paper
to
map. Yeah.
paper map. When
Yeah.
the Google Maps surgeon, in this time I looking for example, I like look for the address. I need to visit one client in, for example, I live in São Paulo, in São Bernardo or
Yeah.
Santander. Santander is a crazy city for driving, always for me because we have many machine equipment for control your how you drive to apply the taxes, do you know? And yeah, I remember this time I look in the address, print the map for Signy Driver with look in the paper, you know. But it's a very good innovation when we compared the paper map, do you know?
Yeah.
Really biggest
Yeah,
map.
it's one of the biggest benefits, in my opinion. Like it eases the life of everyone, you know.
Yes, I guess you because the driving is different, and when you don't see the address, don't know where, it's more difficult. And in this time, when I start driving, we don't have experience, we don't have know about the address, avenues, principal avenues for driving, you know. And the Google Maps helped me a lot
Yeah.
with my work because I use it to visit clients, you know.
Yeah.
Many
Yeah.
all the time is in the street driving, visit clients, sell the insurance policies, you know.
Yeah. And you, Daphne, what are the main benefits for yourself? TV, voice, computer, whatever you have. What are the main benefits?
I think it can help me with facilities in activities, repetitive. I think helping me share my ideas or have more communication with my friends that live in afar. Help me expand my business, for example. I think it improve my performance in my work, help in advance my English skills.
And what is the only thing that you cannot live without anymore?
WhatsApp is very useful because I send a message all the time.
And if you could get rid of something you have now, like AI or technology or app, which would you choose to get rid, to delete from your life?
I think Facebook not useful more. Maybe in the future, like a meta, but right now I don't use the Facebook apples.
Yeah, I think yeah, WhatsApp it's the most important for communication instead of text messages or other things. But social media, definitely I would delete from my life all the social medias, every social media. Like I know WhatsApp is a social media as well, but Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, LinkedIn, and everything else, I would definitely delete from my life. Yeah. Even LinkedIn that I'm too active in there and I post everything. I think if we could just have like a website with our resume, it would be fine. That's enough. We don't need to post, about career and everything. But anyway, and you, Lorian, what are the benefits you have? What are the things you think it helps your life, your daily basis?
I think the connection provide me to communicate with my family. Here in Belo Horizonte, when my parents they came to Belo Horizonte to start a new life, and all my family they live in the countryside. So I remember when I was young that I went out of all places to just to use the cell phone, to call in a public one, and use like cards, the coins, this. And WhatsApp, like you were saying about WhatsApp, I think for me it's everything. We can call people, we can text people, we can make a video call, just a voice call. And it's just with internet, because this before it was so expensive. When you think about, you need to call someone, you need to send a SMS. It was small services. And now with WhatsApp, who is using SMS nowadays? Who is calling people nowadays?
Yeah.
The companies, the the companies who, like, I will not say the names here, they need to reinvent a lot, change a lot because of that. Because just with internet, we have all this. When I'm far from my place, I can call to my mom. My mom, I'm a provider for the house. My mom is worried. Oh, mom, I'm here. You can see me. It's I don't know. This is the good things, to connect us, to feel like close. I don't think in the past I could live far from my family and without technology. To feel like close to them. Nowadays is easy. Nowadays is I can understand. And of course, we have other apps that is really helpful. The maps, Waze, um, apps for doing lists, for buy, to go shopping, um, apps to running, apps to everything. We have a infinity. I don't
Yeah.
use all. I'm, like I said, for some reasons I am old one for this, but I think we have all these easy possibilities. And but I agree with you. Socials, sometimes I'm lazy, to have it. That's it.
Yeah. And for me, it's quite crazy how addicted you get to technology and you can't live without. I don't see myself living without telephone anymore because I pay things with my phone. I have my ID in my phone. I search everything on my phone. So I think the phone device, it's something really benefit because you have a computer and I can work from my cell phone most of the time, or give some kind of support and this and that. But at the same time, it's crazy because you don't have time to work anymore. You work everywhere, weekends, or like for me, it's been really hard to stop paying attention on things at work out of the work schedule. And because I really want to solve things, I want to reply back. I don't want to get things, postponed. So it's really complicated. Um, I cannot afford a new phone just for work, so I have both. And especially my WhatsApp nowadays, it's my work phone, my number, my WhatsApp number, it's my work phone. And yeah, this is not good. Um, well, we have lots of other questions here. I don't know if we're gonna have time. Let me bring something else. What would you change about technology that you have, or what would you invent? What would you develop to make your life easier? For example, you have phone, you have computer, you have everything, but what would you develop yourself if you could to be to make your life easier? I think Diogo has something in mind already.
So I would like to create a simple object, for example, like to phone, like to a normal glass, or uh, anywhere else, to what's possible. I'm communicate in English and listen in English without any more necessary. For example, I'm talking here in Portuguese with you, but you understand me in English. For example,
Yeah.
it's a good it's a
Yeah,
good
it's a good
a good
idea.
tool. Yeah,
But at the same time, you would have to study communication itself in Portuguese or whatever to develop it better. And I see a
yes,
lot of people, the issue, the concern, it should not be the language, but should be the communication, information especially, you know.
I
So
know.
yeah, it's gonna help a lot. The Google Meet and Zoom and everything is gonna bring the translation itself, the subtitles. Um, but at the same time, people are going to need to work on their information. I see, like when you depend on the person you talk, it doesn't matter the language you talk. It's boring. It's a boring talk, you know. So
Hmm.
yeah. But I think a ship would be like you can buy, okay, I want to learn how to drive car, so I buy a chip and then I add in my brain and then oh, it's
Yes,
so
like to, for example, Apple tags. You know,
yeah.
you
You
learn
just put it
together
here.
with you, put in your hand. You're learning all the time because
Yeah.
yes, we have the. For example, in my work, we use the Teams, and today it's possible to participate in a meeting with in English. We have the subtitles in Portuguese. For example, it's more easier. But and when we have face to face with another people, it's necessary to communicate. You know, and in face to face, we don't have possibility to do the subtitles in all the time. But if you have a device like to a innovation device like to Apple tags, it's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's
Yeah.
different. And
Uh,
you, Daphne, what would you invent yourself? What would you build for yourself?
You'd put everything as voice control instead of typing all the time. I just speak and the computer obey me, or I would accept the Elon Musk chip in my head, and I became half human, half machine. Yeah, but I don't know how healthy does it because it's the beginning of the project, but it would be a good idea.
Yeah. For me, it would be like teletransportation. So
Wow.
to
No,
places.
don't choose mine.
Sorry, Louis. Sorry. Go ahead.
I
So
was like,
develop the idea.
I was saying like, oh, Diogo, okay. Oh, Daphne, okay. Teletransportation. And you, okay. Just because I really don't like to waste my time with in traffic, and all this. Is just I think teletransportation could save the world for me. Just this to end my answer.
Yeah. One of the things why I like to work from home is I don't need to be like in a place at that time. And I just, I woke up late and I'm here. If I woke up late, I don't have this sense of being late. Like I know I need to leave 1 hour before, but in my head I don't know what happens. One hour I can do something. 40 minutes I still can do something. 30 minutes it's crazy. I have done lots of therapy sessions about it. I still haven't figured out why it happens to me. So teletransportation would definitely solve all my problems, all my concerns, and everything in my life.
And we broke all the companies of transportation.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Imagine all the flight companies, they just,
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah.
it's so easy.
Yeah. Well, people, we are about to finish. Um, I want to thank you for coming to this immersion. Sorry about my delay. I hope this today is the last day I arrived too late. My routine is gonna be back from now on. And this week we're talking about technology. Okay, so please take a look over the topic. Try to watch the entire video. Try to bring information about it just so we can be more productive, not productive, but more interesting as it's always been, but bring new information, bring new things, new ideas so we can work on this. And I hope to see you tomorrow, same time, same place. All right?
See
So
you. Bye.